So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Here's Mayfield. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's Aiden Hutchinson. He was determined to blow that play up, and he sure did.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. In motion left, Godwin. Mayfield looks to throw.
Open.
He hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Looking to throw, Hooker. Moving the pressure right, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Yeah, what the fuck happened to Jared Goff?
By either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they're going to give them a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6.
That's kind of crazy.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And this lines up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The completion on 1st didn't get much. Another run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Throwing, Hooker. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football.
Go get that motherfucker.
Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They pick up a nice 1st down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Hooker's going to throw it. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second down and 8.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly. I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Hooker to throw it. Working the
fucking hell on to that shit.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Hooker.
That's a win.
Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 4 yards out. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
To throw, Mayfield. Looking Mike Evans' way again, and he's got another one. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 5. Baker going to give it to Irving. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Irving is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before break. Hooker is going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15.
Thank you, bro.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the third quarter. Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now Hooker. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Hooker. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And Owen coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Mayfield down. Steps away to his left. This is caught by Evans. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Mayfield to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken around the 12. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Lions will take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Let's go now.
Now Hooker. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That's Kalijah Cansey in to get him down. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. Here's Hooker. Forced out to his left. And he tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. This is 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. That's complete to Otten. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Baker. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the Lions are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn into a big gain.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Throwing here is Hooker. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. That is incomplete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
AD about to do.
I'm in a Madden game.
What quarter you in?
Overtime.
Looking at.
Man,
I've been on ADRA.
this nigga got the
So the
that for
Lions
assist
now
look
get the
cool.
first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway.
I got Clay points,
And no chance to
Desmond
see a
Bain,
return on the
2.5
dynamic
free
kickoff.
throws.
They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
I'm about to take AD for his shit. Saying, I just thug it out to 3-man, bro.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Fuck with
Drive
Java,
starts with a run
fuck.
from Gibbs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that's just really good team defense because to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a first throw here in overtime. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you...
Evades the tackler, and now some space. Look at the big man rumble. And finally
crazy.
taken down at the 20-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. 44 yards. Coaches love the rack run after catch, especially here in overtime. Took the short pass, turned it into a big play.
And that's what coaches talk about when they talk to their teams about what overtime means. How many big plays have to be made in order to win a ball game, and which play will be the big play. Short pass turned into a long run. Maybe that's the play that they needed to spring a victory.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
He's got it to Williams.
I keep bouncing off my
Able to
shit,
break
though.
one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Hooker to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Damn, all these niggas watching? Oh my God, bro, come the fuck on. Fuck.
Instead,
commitment there.
3rd and goal. Here's Hooker. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Bates' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does
That's
get
a
possession,
fucking
but
pick,
when the
bro.
clock runs out,
I swear to
that's it.
God.
So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and
Fuck,
leave your
bro.
opponent with little to no time left.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right?
Fuck,
Time gets
bruh.
extended.
Come on.
But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Whistles come in and a timeout. Just 8 seconds left in OT. Mayfield. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense. Second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially get out of here with a tie. And he got it. It's good. They answer with a field goal of their own to send this game into sudden death.
I would have missed that bitch. That
What?
fucker.
God. I would have went for it. That's how bad I'm at them bitches. I would have
That
went for
nigga
that
Tommy
shit.
shit good.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles, because my palms sweating up here in the booth now. As we
Fuck,
go to the
bro, I need to
third
stop
drive
bad.
of overtime. And as we know from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one from myself, but let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
A give right side for Gibbs, and he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Looking to throw, Hooker.
You can't fumble that bitch, bro.
At the 46. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. Give him 5
bro.
on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run.
No
Pick up
timeout.
5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Bro.
Here's Hooker to throw it.
I fucking see that shit, bro. I'm running to
This is
it.
going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and
God
all that
damn,
balance.
this nigga ain't
But
gonna
in this
do
type of
shit
situation,
different, bro.
sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Empty. You gotta try something
So their
else,
task a
bro.
little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Hooker. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gibbs. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
I need a stop, like, so fucking bad, bro.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score, and win this game.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7.
I don't got no timeouts.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the
cooked.
10 to the 8-yard line. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right
Wish
here.
I could somehow get a block, or is he going for that bitch?
Clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he got it. The kick is good. And they have won it here in double overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight
Fuck,
home.
bro.
It's always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that